Words of Sri Aurobindo. The inner relation with the mother. An inner soul relation means that one feels the mother's presence, is turned to her at all times, is aware of her force, moving, guiding, helping, is full of love for her, and always feels a great nearness, whether one is physically near her or not. This relation takes up the mind, vital and inner physical, till one feels one's mind close to the mother's mind, one's vital in harmony with hers, one's very consciousness full of her. These are all the elements of the inner union, not only in the spirit and self, but in the nature. A question. I am feeling very close to the mother, as if there is no difference. But how can this be possible, as there is such a great gulf between her and me, she being on the supramental and I on the mental plane? Answer. But the mother is there not only on the supramental, but on all the planes, and especially she is close to everyone in the psychic part, the inner heart. So when that opens, the feeling of nearness naturally comes. The mother's love. You are the mother's child, and the mother's love to her children is without limit. And she bears patiently with the defects of their nature. Try to be the true child of the mother. It is there within you, but your outward mind is occupied by little futile things, and too often in a violent fuss over them. You must not only see the mother in dream, but learn to see and feel her with you and within you at all times. Then you will find it easier to control yourself and change, for she being there would be able to do it for you. True love for the mother. The love which is turned towards the divine ought not to be the usual vital feeling which men call by that name, for that is not love, but only a vital desire, an instinct of appropriation, the impulse to possess and monopolize. Not only is this not the divine love, but it ought not to be allowed to mix in the least degree in the yoga. The true love for the divine is self-giving, free of demand, full of submission and surrender. It makes no claim, imposes no condition, strikes no bargain, indulges in no violence of jealousy or pride or anger, for these things are not in its composition. In return, the Divine Mother also gives herself freely, and this represents itself in an inner giving. Her presence in your mind, your vital, your physical consciousness, her power recreating you in the divine nature, taking up all the movements of your being and directing them towards perfection and fulfillment. Her love enveloping you and carrying you in its arms Godwards. It is this that you must aspire to feel and possess in all your parts, down to the very material. And here there is no limitation either of time or of completeness. If one truly aspires and gets it, there ought to be no room for any other claim or any other disappointed desire. And if one truly aspires, one does unfailingly get it more and more as the purification proceeds and the nature undergoes its needed change. Keep your love pure of all selfish claim and desire. You will find that you are getting all the love that you can bear and absorb in answer.
The birth of the flame. Although our fallen minds forget to climb, although our human stuff resists or breaks, she keeps her will that hopes to divinize clay. Failure cannot repress, defeat o'erthrow. Time cannot weary her, nor the void subdue. The ages have not made her passionless. No victory she admits of death or fate. Always she drives the souls to new attempt. Always her magical infinitude forces to aspire the inert brute elements. As one who has all infinity to waste, she scatters the seed of the eternal strength on a half-animate and crumbling mold, plants heaven's delight in the heart's passionate mire, pours Godhead's seekings into a bare beast frame, hides immortality in a mask of death. But when the hour of the divine draws near, the mighty mother shall take birth in time, and God be born into the human clay, in forms made ready by your human lives. Then shall the truth supreme be given to men. King Ashwapati, towards the end of his quest upward as traveller of the worlds, as one who has lost the kingdom of his soul, we look back to some God phase of our birth, other than this imperfect creature here, and hope in this or a diviner world to recover yet from heaven's patient guard what by our mind's forgetfulness we miss, our being's natural felicity, our heart's delight we have exchanged for grief, the body thrill we bartered for mere pain, the bliss for which our mortal nature yearns, as yearns an obscure moth to blazing light. Our life is a march to a victory never won. This wave of being longing for delight, this eager turmoil of unsatisfied strengths, these long far files of forward striving hopes, lift your worshipping eyes to the blue void called heaven, looking for the golden hand that never came, the advent for which all creation waits, the beautiful visage of eternity that shall appear upon the roads of time. Yet still to ourselves we say, rekindling faith, oh, surely one day he shall come to our cry. One day he shall create our life anew and utter the magic formula of peace and bring perfection to the scheme of things. One day he shall descend to life and earth, leaving the secrecy of the eternal doors into a world that cries to him for help and bring the truth that sets the spirit free. The joy that is the baptism of the soul, the strength that is the outstretched arm of love. One day he shall lift his beauty's dreadful veil, impose delight on the world's beating heart, and bear his secret body of light and bliss. Ashwapati's last cry to the Supreme Mother and her response. Heavy, unchanged, weighs still the imperfect world. The splendid youth of time has passed and failed. Heavy and long are the years our labor counts, and all the seals are firm upon man's soul, and weary is the ancient mother's heart. O truth, defended in thy secret Son, voice of her mighty musings in shut heavens, on things withdrawn within her luminous depths, O wisdom's splendor, mother of the universe, creatrix, the eternal's artist bride, linger not long with thy transmuting hand, pressed vainly on one golden bar of time, as if time dare not open its heart to God. O radiant fountain of the world's delight, world free and unattainable above, O bliss, who ever dwellest deep hid within, while men seek thee outside and never find, mystery and muse with hieratic tongue, incarnate the white passion of thy force, mission to earth some living form of thee, one moment fill with thy eternity, let thy infinity in one body live, all knowledge wrap one mind in seas of light, all love throb single in one human heart. Immortal, treading the earth with mortal feet, all heaven's beauty crowd in earthly limbs, omnipotence girdle with the power of a God, movements and moments of a mortal will, back with the eternal might, one human hour, and with one gesture change all future time. Let a great word be spoken from the heights, and one great act unlock the doors of fate. His prayer sank down in the resisting night, oppressed by the thousand forces that deny, as if too weak to climb to the supreme. But there arose a wide, consenting voice. The spirit of beauty was revealed in sound. Light floated round the marvelous vision's brow, and on her lips the mortal's joy took shape. O strong forerunner, I have heard thy cry. One shall descend and break the iron law, change nature's doom by the lone spirit's power. A seed shall be sown in death's tremendous hour, a branch of heaven transplant to human soil. Nature shall overleap her mortal step, fate shall be changed by an unchanging will. The fulfillment. Then, after silence, a still blissful cry began, such as arose from the infinite. Descend to life, with him thy heart desires, O Satyavan, O luminous Savitri. I sent you forth of old beneath the stars, a dual power of God in an ignorant world, in a hedged creation shut from limitless self, bringing down God to the insentient globe, lifting earth beings to immortality. In the world of my knowledge and my ignorance, where God is unseen and only is heard a name, and knowledge is trapped in the boundaries of mind, and life is hauled in the dragnet of desire, and matter hides the soul from its own sight. You are my force at work to uplift earth's fate, myself that moves up the men's incline between the extremes of the spirit's night and day. He is my soul that climbs from nescient night through life and mind and supernature's vast to the supernal light of timelessness and my eternity hid in the moving time, and my boundlessness cut by the curve of space. It climbs to the greatness it has left behind, and to the beauty and joy from which it fell, to the closeness and sweetness of all things divine, to light without bounds and life illimitable. Taste of the depths of the ineffable's bliss, touch of the immortal and the infinite. He is my soul that gropes out of the beast to reach humanity's heights of lucent thought and the vicinity of truth sublime. He is the Godhead growing in human lives and in the body of earth beings' forms. He is the soul of man climbing to God in nature's surge out of earth's ignorance. O Savitri, thou art my spirit's power, the revealing voice of my immortal word, the face of truth upon the roads of time, pointing to the souls of man, the routes to God. You shall be born into man's dubious hours, in forms that hide the soul's divinity, and show through veils of the earth's doubting air my glory, breaking as through clouds a sun, or burning like a rare and inward fire, and with my nameless influence fill men's lives. Return to earth. But Satyavan replied with smiling lips, behold, at noon, leaving this house of clay, I wandered in far-off eternities, yet still a captive in her golden hands. I tread your little hillock called green earth, and in the moments of your transient sun, live glad among the busy works of men. Then all eyes turned their wondering looks where stood a deepening redder gold upon her cheeks, with lowered lids the noble, lovely child, and one consenting thought moved every breast. What gleaming marvel of the earth or skies stands silently by human Satyavan to mark a brilliance in the dusk of eve? If this is a she of whom the world has heard, wonder no more at any happy change. Each easy miracle of felicity of her transmuting heart, the alchemy is. Then one spoke there who seemed a priest and a sage. O woman soul, what light, what power revealed, working the rapid marvels of this day, opens for us by thee a happier age. Her lashes, fluttering upwards, gathered in to a vision which had scanned immortal things, rejoicing human forms for their delight. They claimed for their deep childlike motherhood the life of all these souls to be her life. Then falling, veiled the light. Lo, she replied, awaken to the meaning of my heart, that to feel love and oneness is to live, and this the magic of our golden change is all the truth I know or seek. O sage. Lost in the halo of her musing brows, night, splendid with the moon, dreaming in heaven, in silver peace, possessed her luminous reign. She brooded through her stillness on a thought, deep guarded by her mystic folds of light, and in her bosom nursed a greater dawn.